What is up, YouTube? This is Toxic Taco, and today I'm bringing you another video. And in this video, I wanted to discuss Xbox One's current status and variety of video games, how it's just been on the decline, not really much of an uphill kind of thing. As for PlayStation 4, they have actually outshined them in so far the 4 months of 2017 that we have experienced. And what do I mean by that? Well, I was curious, and I've been noticing it because I try to keep up with latest releases, how games are going and what's coming up. And when I found that people were talking about it, I wanted to look more into it, because I was like, Xbox One having not that much variety, or it's actually on a decline, seems odd to me, because I always thought Xbox would do well, or pretty decent against PlayStation 4 in terms of games available. But I found this article, and it really hit all the points that I thought could be possible. And let's just get right into the beginning of the article with the PlayStation 4 is on a hot streak. Neo, Yakuza 0, Gravity Rush 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Nier Automata have already landed a large positive reviews. In the coming months, the console will also get an B17, the show, and Persona 5. And along with, Persona 5 already released, and it is a hit with people. People really do enjoy it, really love it. So if you're a PlayStation 4 individual and you really wanted to play that game, well, you got lucky. If you don't have it, well, you're going to have to get one in order to play Persona 5. Not only that, but let's bring up the Wii U Switch. I mean the Wii Switch, my bad when I say Wii U Switch. But the main standpoint of that console was mainly Zelda Breath of the Wild. That was the main thing that made it sell. To be honest, I don't think anything else would have made it sell as well as it did. So already those two just hit Xbox heavy in the first few months of 2017. And from the looks of it, it just doesn't seem that Xbox seems to care that much, because I think more of their investment is towards the Xbox Scorpio, which we will get in a bit. But as what I could tell, they still might have a possibility of redeeming themselves, because we're only 4 months in. They still got 8 more months to go. They could release something great. Well, they do have upcoming titles, or they have had some titles that have come out, but they haven't really done well. And I know their main staples have always been their exclusive of Gears of War and Halo, but they have been on a decline. Why would I say decline? Well, the sales aren't that great in terms of, in the beginning you have this great game and people love it, but then when you keep repeating the formula, it just seems to go down. People aren't as interested anymore. Halo is one of my big pet peeves, because I love the game when I first played Halo 1 and then progressed on to Halo 3. Then after that, it was just like, I don't care about this game anymore. It seems the same. They try to add something, but it's just, I don't want it anymore. It's not that intriguing. It kind of feels dead to me. It's great, but you can only keep up a series for so long before you start. If you don't add more to it or try to make it stand out or provide more that actually makes you want to keep on coming back for more, then there's really no selling point anymore, and that's when you're just milking the series at that point. So that's my kind of approach on their video game antics. But as so far I could see, they're focusing more on their Xbox Scorpio, which in the article says right here, but for better, or perhaps Microsoft believes raw power is his best play. So they're more into putting this Scorpio more into like the PC standhold of actually providing a great gaming experience, but with less exclusives. Here's the thing, with consoles, it's just not like that. The thing that sells with consoles are the games. Sure, make it almost seem like a PC. I'd rather just get a PC instead of get this, especially with PC providing way more game variety than an Xbox itself at this point now. May not have all the exclusives that I want from this, but it would have more than what Xbox would be offering. And if I'm going to pay that much for a console, I could build a PC. And it's trying to branch out to kind of be like, oh, we can break that bridge from PC and console with this console right here. But it's like, no. I buy a console because these games are usually exclusive, or it just feels nice and home to me to have that that control in my hand and whatnot. It's just, you're used to it, and that's the main reason. But with them not having many exclusives or not having many games that just bring you in, why would you want to buy the console? Now, in this last bit of the article that I found to really stand out to me, but for better or worse, the console exclusives are all crucial to a successful console in today's day and age. It's the reason that, as of January, the PS4 is still outselling the Xbox One by nearly twice as much. It's the reason that Nintendo was able to bank on Zelda for driving every Switch adoption. In the ideal world, you'd be able to buy a single device based on its own merits and get the games. You'd like for it to, rather than having to drop almost $1,000 on hardware just to be able to play all the games, all the great games. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. And so for Microsoft, Project Scorpio may be the opportunity. If it can't win the game of exclusive software, why not make exclusivity about the hardware instead? Here's the thing, I don't care about the hardware. Why not just stick with PCs? I mean, I could up my hardware instead. I could make it better. I could make this thing max to its max capability instead of buying a piece of hardware that eventually I'm just going to get rid of, or I'm going to upgrade to the next one. Because what happened, to have a Scorpio 2 and you got to keep buying another one. PC, I'll just upgrade it a bit. I've already built the main parts of it and whatnot. I've got everything set. I just need to up it a bit. Up the specs. I'm good. What does it matter? I came for a console because game exclusives, and it just feels like something that I really enjoy. And I'm that old gamer who played Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox original, Xbox 360, and those are just more of a nostalgic feel, and I'm just so used to it. So that's why I want the console. I don't want to basically go to a PC, because on a console, if I could just go straight to a PC and it's the same thing, but with more games. So, and this is why there's just been a decline in video game variety for Xbox, and just a decline in what they've been able to do, because they've just gotten stale in a way, because they haven't been focusing on the main things that we people that love video games for are mainly the games, for sure. And then the added bonus of having, great gaming experience with the best graphics possible and whatnot. Some of us care a lot about that. Some of us only care to an extent. Some of us would like to max things out and have mods and whatnot. So you see, it all just varies from person, but for the majority, it's the game that sells. And with PC, they always seem to have a lot of variety. For what now I could see, PlayStation 4 is going to keep up this good development that they've had, and they will keep driving, even though they're, I don't remember, PS4 Pro, or I believe it was, it may not be the best in hardware, but they're still keeping it simple enough to where you're just like, I'm buying a console not because it's a PC, it's because I'm used to it. This is more the console feel. The games are there that I want. And that's about the gist of it, and that's why it'll sell more. Probably be cheaper too if it's not getting that kind of those kinds of great outputs that a Scorpio would get. And Xbox focusing on that as their main standing point, I wouldn't see much of an increase in sales or anything, just because as console buyers, we don't really care too much about hardware, else we would have gone a PC automatically, to be honest with you guys. But that's been it for the video, guys. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.